And for more, I'm joined by David Mark. He's the editor for the Morning Consult. David, thanks so much for joining us. So let's start with this here. Keeping with foreign policy, what do you think has been President Trump's biggest move in the past 100 days?
I think what's most noteworthy is what was just reported, basically the continuity in policy, whether it's in the Middle East, the approach to the Israeli-Palestinian issue, or on China. Remember, as a presidential candidate, Donald Trump was awfully tough in his rhetoric against China, calling them a currency manipulator, accusing them of all kinds of other malfeasance. Since he's been in office and met with President Xi of China, he's had a much more diplomatic tone, even softer tone. So this is quite in line with what previous presidents have done, even though Trump, as a candidate, criticized President Obama vociferously.
Are you sensing that there is a changing relationship between the U.S. and China because the two presidents have been talking so much?
Well, there's really a limited amount of good options that any American president has when it comes to dealing with Beijing. After all, China holds so much of U.S. national debt. They're a pivotal player in the North Korea standoff. In so many areas of world geopolitics, China has a lot of leverage. So I think Trump is really falling in line with what his predecessors did, not just in China, but even in Russia. And of course, that's a cloudy situation because of the ongoing suspicions, even allegations of Russian interference in the 2016 election that got Donald Trump elected. But Trump has been much tougher with Vladimir Putin, even just in the last few weeks, than he ever was on the campaign trail.
So just in the past few weeks, we've seen the Syrian bombing. We've also seen the mother of all bombs dropped in Afghanistan. What moment thus far for you do you think sets the tone for a Trump administration foreign policy?
Those are all notable. I actually think it comes, though, with two of America's closest allies. And they're not necessarily happy occasions. One was what seemed like a fairly routine introductory call between President Trump and the Prime Minister of Australia. Apparently, that conversation did not go so well. Trump was bragging about his electoral college win from the prior year. There was some other tension there, and that got leaked out to the press. And then just this week, Trump called out by name the Canada trade policies, particularly over lumber and other products into the United States, saying that they're hurting imports in Wisconsin and other northern states in America. So I think it's really notable that Trump is shaking up some of America's closest alliances. That's not particularly a good thing.
So you're saying that those kinds of things actually set more of a tone for how he's going to handle other world leaders and situations arising around the world than anything else?
I do, because so much of American foreign policy is dictated on being predictable, steadfast. Our allies knowing that the United States has their back, that there's some kind of mutual cooperation, not even just with Australia and Canada, which really are two of America's closest allies, but places like Germany, where there apparently was tension between Trump and German Chancellor Angela Merkel when they met a couple of months ago. So some of America's more traditional allies in recent years really probably have reason to wonder what's going on.
Interesting. All right, David Mark, the editor for the Morning Consult. Thank you so much.